Dude, so you want to tell everyone who you are?
Yeah, my name is Steven. I make comedy sketches and stuff. Back then, I used to be known for my nail salon skits, and now I am just creating random relatable videos, and yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's pretty short.
No, that's dope. Like you definitely keep the Vine humor, you
Oh
know?
no, yeah, that's actually my main inspiration for a lot of these videos because like I just grew up off of Vine like hardcore. Like I would be like such a fan of like all these short form videos. The cutoffs and like the humor. It just inspired me a lot to like kind of put into my videos. And then just the sound effects. It just I don't know. Just making short movies, it was just my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's like it's succinct.
Shit.
And you do I mean, I bet you do all the directing and the camera work and the editing yourself, right?
Yeah, no,
So,
everything's 100% me. I did think over time to like hire an editor, but I kind of noticed that like the art of content creation just comes all within yourself. So it's just more fun that way, to be honest.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so what have you noticed like change over the years? I mean, it's been like you've been on social since before I think before me, because I think I was watching you before I even started.
Really? Damn.
I'm pretty sure because I didn't get many Asian creators back in like
Yeah.
pre-20, you know?
Yeah, no, like when I started making skits, I didn't see much Asian creators either. Like it kind of felt like it was just like a new beginning with like the Asian community and stuff like that. And then yeah, over time, like I feel like I don't I feel like I was also probably one of the first. I don't know. I wouldn't say first to be honest, but like I haven't seen a lot of like comedy sketches back in the day until like over time people started like making their own scenarios and it just kept evolving over time.
Yeah, like how have you seen it change over the years?
I feel like comedy over time became more drawn towards like how people can relate to it rather than like, creating your own story. Because I noticed within the things that I used to make, I was like creative. I was somewhere in my own head, like just making these funny videos. And then now I see that like it was evolving by how like people were just kind of relating more to like different scenarios in real life. And I just
Yeah.
feel like that was kind of like the transition where I wanted to like kind of change up my content and just kind of like, relate to everyone else. So, yeah.
I noticed the content before was really like aimed towards like, your Asian dad or your like
Yeah.
the nail salon. I remember those. That was
Yeah, no,
funny. The
like
wig and everything. That's funny.
no, I'm still planning to actually keep going with those. I think just over time my ideas just started to like fade out because like I'm usually that like type of ADHD type of person where I have that like hyper focus on like different things and then I don't know, I just do something else. But yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to incorporate more of that like Asian the Asian type of videos. I feel like it was kind of more funny back then for how I used to do those things. But yeah, no, things are changing a lot.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people are have been jumping on that type of content too. So from different
Oh, really?
Asian cultures. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Like
bro.
Filipinos, you got the Vietnamese, you got like the Koreans doing it.
Yeah,
So
no, for real. No, it was actually funny. Like I still enjoy doing the Vietnamese accent sometimes. So like I just like kind of I just kind of need to think of more like of what to do with that. But yeah, no, it's pretty fun.
yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I mean, we met like in 2020, four plus years ago. I forgot how we met. I think I reached out to you or something or someone
Yeah, I
or
I think
somehow.
you I think you reached out like saying something about like a group chat and then
Oh
we
yeah.
were like all connected through like WhatsApp or something. And then yeah, no, we just kind of introduced ourselves and then like, came along the way of like knowing each other a little bit more. And dude, I know your videos, bro, like they're they're funny as fuck too. Like
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to evolve because it's like passions change, the way I feel about this idea changes over time. I don't
no,
maybe I
yeah.
don't feel as excited about doing it like I used to do when it was fresh. When I started off
No,
doing it, I didn't blow up,
I
and then
feel
cool.
exactly the same way. Yeah, no, because like it does feel like you do feel that adrenaline in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, like you kind of question like how long you're gonna do this. in the future, and like just yeah, sometimes you get that feeling where you just kind of overthink it, like when it comes to like, brand deals or, your original content, like you kind of like burn out in certain moments. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's like I, like the adrenaline rush of like pre-idea, like
yeah,
before you upload anything related to that idea, it's like yeah, there is an adrenaline rush there. I just don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's like
yeah, like
curiosity.
I feel like my algorithm is just changing over time on my FYP, but like that
Really?
I definitely find inspiration like almost every day, whether it be like in person or just through social media. I just want to like find some ideas. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel so burnt out. I literally got myself some Lions made to get some like memories back, because like I felt like I was just losing it at a certain point, but then it kind of just like comes and goes with like taking a little break from social media and just like kind of like, rethinking where you are and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like I felt like I felt like you took a break, but I don't know if it's because my
Yeah.
algorithm changed. Maybe they were showing me different people, or like I just haven't seen you in a while. But I saw you.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see you more and more lately. I'm like, okay, this is dope, man. I'm seeing Steven again. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I did get a bit of a break back in like 2020, 2021. It was kind of like a big transition for me where like I didn't know if I should keep going with these like Asian skits, because eventually I think I did have this one feeling where like I didn't want to like kind of take advantage of the accents and stuff, because I feel like it was more that was kind of like what people are kind of like watching me for. And like as much as I do appreciate that part, I feel like sometimes I also want to kind of show more of myself as well, like in a way through like relatable content and just like my like natural personality and stuff like that. So I just definitely tried to like find some type of transition and also just get myself back up again.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I took like like a month off break last year sometime just to try something else, and then it's like, okay, I
yeah,
tried it, and like I was like going live a lot, like
yeah.
five
No,
ten hours.
me too back then.
Yeah,
No,
like
that used to be fun.
yeah. Where did you go live?
Almost. So the first time I blew up on TikTok, I think it was like
Yeah.
one of my Halloween videos or like my nail salon skits. But then that's kind of like where I kind of like just got on live more often, kind of just to interact with like my new fans, you know, and stuff like that. And it was pretty fun. Like I would do that like almost all the time, entertain people, play these like
Yeah.
stupid ass games, you know. But
Awesome.
then yeah, no,
I
it
was
was
on
pretty fun
TikTok,
back
right?
then. Yeah, it was only on TikTok, and I didn't get to like touch Instagram until like maybe in 2023, because like I felt like I was just falling into it just towards TikTok way too much, and then I've been told so many times to like kind of go on to other platforms and stuff, and so I finally did that, and like they were right, some creators they would say like it's in case TikTok does get banned again, it's good to like, have yourself in other platforms.
Yeah, that's crazy. All the
Yeah.
recent events. I mean, man, there's a lot going on that we don't see. So it's
No,
good that
yeah.
it's back though.
Yeah, no, it's still funny how like people can't download TikTok, but at least there's
Yeah,
Instagram, YouTube.
I was looking, and it's like about ByteDance's companies. I'm like, oh shit, they haven't. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. You
no,
know,
for real.
crazy. So what have you? Because look, it's been like what 4 or 5 years. A lot of creators like don't make it past the 4 or 5 year mark. They might still do it, but they might move on to other things. They might take a
Right,
break.
yeah.
Don't know when they're coming back. They might jump onto another form entirely and not maybe short form. But like, I mean, how have you been able to kind of sustain yourself over like so many years? Yeah.
I like um I feel like it's definitely mental, especially when you're like a content creator. When I was a kid, I'm always the type of person to be outdoors and stuff. It's just within like the balance of like what you do with your life.
Yeah.
But like I used to do this just for fun, and every time as I keep going with content creation, I usually tell myself like, why am I doing this? And like what am I doing it for? And I always just tell myself like just go back to where I really started from the beginning. Just have fun with it. Do it for fun. And
Yeah.
usually what you do as like a talented, creator, music artist, whoever you are, you usually find yourself in the things that you love doing. So then it just keeps you going forward and stuff.
So you like kind of wake up every day kind of feeling the same fresh feeling like you did when you started off.
Yeah. But in some ways, like when I wake up, I still feel like I'm doing nothing new yet besides just like I keep creating content and stuff. But within those times, like I try to find like other things I could do since,
Yeah.
having just like man, I can't even talk. Yeah. Just like being a content creator, you kind of have more time within yourself to kind of like do other things, whether it be something like having an actual job or just, finding another like passion on the side. So yeah, naturally
Well,
I
yeah.
do like music and stuff, but since content creating took over, I kind of do some in between. But yeah.
Yeah. So what do you sing? Do you play guitar? Like what do you do?
I kind of like just produce my own beats and like yeah, I do sing like behind my own tracks and stuff. I have a Spotify, so if you guys ever wanted to check it out, just look up Steven Vu. It was funny because like in the beginning of when I started making TikToks, I took that advantage to like spread my music content, and it did help for a good 2 years or so, and then just things kind of like sustained throughout until now. And like so far, it's I did take like a long break from that since content creating was kind of more where I was going towards. And
Yeah.
yeah, but
Wow.
the
So
types of
you
balance
still make
here.
music kind of like when you have time, you still kind of play around, maybe do some stuff like some songwriting and stuff, right?
Yeah. Now I just like yeah, no, I just do random things. Me and my girlfriend, we always like to travel like outside of the house too. So like, some things to get my mind off of like, content creating just so I can keep my mind fresh. And
Yeah.
yeah. There's always things out there that kind of like help you create content, like different life scenarios and funny things, funny stories.
Yeah. Do you feel
Yeah.
like your sense of humor changed over 4 years? Like what you find funny has changed. What like your emotions have, like, the way you respond and react to the world has changed. Like, or is it the
Oh yeah.
same? Right.
Definitely. Yeah, no, like I definitely felt like my humor was changing. I think maybe because of how I was like watching other people's videos over time. I think as I got older, I also gained like a better sense of like what life was kind of like around me. So it definitely did change of like how I was thinking and how I put together my own like videos and stuff like that. That's definitely that goes along with the transition. I mean, I'm 23 now, so like from being 19 it's a big transition mentally because like over time I did gain a better sense of confidence and just more things to be aware of and stuff like that.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you feel
Yeah.
different, like physically? Between 19 and 23? Or is it more or less the
Oh,
same?
sorry, say that again.
As you age, do you feel different physically? Or, do you feel
Ah,
like the same? I don't really
a
know.
lit. Physically, nah, yeah, I kind of I feel different and the same at the same. I don't know. I just like I stay consistent at the gym, so maybe physically, probably I feel like the same. But it is on and off, but definitely over time, I'm noticing like how time plays a huge role in like what you do, especially when you're like getting older and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So you're in LA, right?
Yeah, and I'm actually in OC, Fullerton, California, but definitely close to LA as well.
Wow. Do you
Yeah,
know anyone who was like affected by the recent events there?
things I can't say any names at
I
the
don't know,
moment.
but
I
yeah.
just I can't think of any names, but like, yeah, definitely there's some people who have been affected by the fire. Even near me as well, down south of California, there's another like fire going on in Riverside. And so like people are just kind of working away around things. It was actually just windy like 30 minutes ago, but it's
Wow.
pretty strong.
So
Yeah.
when wow. Yeah, because I would think if you're close to LA, you could probably see. I mean, I heard like what, over 10% of LA was burning. So it's like, dude, you probably saw something from
Yeah.
your side of of California.
No, yeah, no.
Like,
I was
holy.
actually I was actually curious enough to like drive towards those fires. I actually haven't seen any like burned structures or something, but I think that has to do like a little more further down LA. But
Yeah.
so far, it did smell really ashy, and yeah, it was crazy. But I think right now it's probably calming down. So far, I've heard that like there's still 0% containment. So
Wow.
yeah, like it could be going, it could be like on and off. Even some bums out there like are starting fires themselves. So I don't even know what's going on at this point.
Yeah. There's a lot of conspiracy around this, you know. There are a
Yeah,
lot of theories. Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah. Like,
But yeah,
how
how's
did it
Taiwan
happen?
over there though? Like, is it? I always
It's,
wonder because I've never
yeah.
really traveled myself. I just been in California the whole time.
Oh, Taiwan's dope. It's actually close to Vietnam. It's like in the middle of Asia, so we're like equidistant to all the Asian countries, in Vietnam and Philippines and Indonesia and all that stuff.
That's lit.
So, yeah, it is. It's dope. We are. It's like a Chinese region, but it's like
Yeah,
it's not a part of the mainland, but it is in some
yeah.
ways. It's complicated, but do we have earthquakes here? Yeah. They
Really?
get they get pretty bad. Like I think the other day there was this crazy like I was like in bed and stuff and I felt like the shaking, the foundations of my house was like shaking and yeah, it was bad. It was like a 6.5 and it was about 2 hours from my house. The epicenter was 2 hours from my house. It
God
was
damn. No, that's just as bad. I think recently too, I heard that San Francisco got hit with like a 7.0 earthquake. Tsunami warnings went off, but I think they canceled. But who knows? It's starting to like build up.
yeah, we
So
get earthquakes. That's about it. That's about it. We get earthquakes and flooding, but it's not every day nor every month. It's like, occasional. But this one was pretty bad. I think it was the worst earthquake in recent memory.
oh
Yeah.
shoot,
Like
that
depending on where you are, on in
yeah.
Taiwan. Yeah.
Damn.
So, but yeah, you should come. It's the food is great. The fruit is fresh. The weather's hot 9 months of the year. I know you're from Cali, so
Okay.
it's like,
Is it humid? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad
Oh
in
wow.
terms of humidity. But depending on like whether or not you like the humidity, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I've only been to Florida. Like that's probably the only state besides like Vegas and stuff like that. I've only been to like Florida as like a trip out of state, and that was the most humid feeling I've ever felt. So I don't know if it felt like that, but
wow,
yeah,
how many states have you visited?
just that. Like there's Arizona, and then with my girlfriend, we traveled all the way to Utah, and it was like in the little corner of it, but it was just for a little like the winter vacation, no, summer vacation, I think. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Everything that I've been to so far, it's just been dealing with like heat and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's dope though. Congratulations on your girlfriend. Like,
Well, thank
man,
you,
how
thank
long
you.
has that been going on? That's cool.
5 years. We're actually almost at 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So it was
any
around
plans?
it
Any
was
future
around
plans?
2020 we met. Huh?
Any future plans this year, next year?
No,
All
yeah,
right, man.
hopefully some more traveling, just a lot of honeymoons out here, you know what I mean? So just trying to plan some dates and stuff like that.
That's dope.
But yeah.
Awesome. Is she a content creator too?
I'm actually trying to get her into it, but at the moment she's a barista at a local like boba shop. But yeah, no, we had some like talks like here and there about like content creating. And it's definitely uh like a big opportunity because there was one time we posted like one video on like her account of just something like funny, and I did like an impression of like Bretman Rock or something. It blew up and her account went to like 20K followers. So I was just thinking, I had this idea where like, this could be something that
Hmm.
could help sustain us like in the future, as well as
Yeah.
like, getting out of a 9 to 5 one day.
Have you guys thought about doing like a couples account?
Yeah, no, we did actually. It's just I think it's just more like a time given thing. So it takes some time to like, not get camera shy. I actually used to be like really camera shy back then too. But I guess it's just like based off of experience and just how well, you can get used to it. Yeah, no, we definitely did have some drafts like in our phones, just like messing around and stuff like that.
That's dope. That's dope. What are your future ambitions, man? Do you have has it changed? I noticed 4 years ago you talked about like you were very into acting and stuff. So yeah, I thought,
Oh yeah, I feel like now that I've gotten more into these different like communities and just different like industries of like work and stuff, I noticed the acting industry is kind of like not in my mind as much as before. Because like there's been like a lot of like stories here and there of how like, different directors could be weird. I don't know. They kind of just make the same as content creators nowadays. So like, I just thought like, what's the point besides having like commercial feature? That would be awesome though. That would be awesome if I had like a cool like commercial feature. But then other than that, it's kind of more hardworking than just creating content yourself.
yeah, yeah. Especially if you've kept up with like X Twitter, if you use that,
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot of advancements in AI video where like,
Oh
dude,
yeah. No, that thing is scary.
yeah, yeah, you can now replace your face onto a body that you design, and it could just
Yeah.
virtually do anything. You just describe it with words, and you just
Yeah.
run it. Maybe in 1 or 2 minutes, it'll just come out in different variations if you want of how you want.
Yeah, no, that
And
actually
so,
surprised me. I came across your video. You were eating like different kinds of food, and I was like, no freaking way, bro. I at first it used to be like warping pictures, like mushing together. And now it's like it's actually. I thought you were eating like seashells and stuff like that.
I mean, I've been um I've been watching the AI space since like 21, and when ChatGPT, I think I was like, how long ago was that? Like 2, 3 years ago? I don't remember.
I think so. 3 years ago, probably.
Crazy, crazy. When that came out, that is like, yeah, yeah, and started making videos on that, and then if you've been like looking at the whole like image space, you could kind of get a feeling of how that would affect the video space. So this year is
Yeah.
actually when the video space blew up, and I just been waiting for this to happen. I mean, it's starting to happen where
Yeah.
video you just can't, right? And then if you want to be an actor, instead of a green screen, you just train the camera. You basically train the AI on your own face, and that's kind of how I did that video. Is that it wasn't me doing it. I was shooting myself from different angles, doing different emotions, and then I sent that to the AI, and then and then it was able to kind of store my expressions, and then I just type out like what I wanted to do, and then it just did it.
You know. Yeah.
It's
No,
crazy.
it's crazy. You could do this for free too. It's like crazy.
Yeah. So it's like,
It's
man.
definitely a game changer, especially with like movie budgeting and stuff. At this point, I feel like the next generation is not gonna know what's real and what's not. Like you can even make old videos look old or like new videos. It's crazy. It's just everything just mashes up together.
Have you trained your voice with AI yet?
Not yet, actually, but I've been testing out like a different with a different TikTok account, and I was just trying to see if like I would be able to like come up with like a different like idea with like content and stuff like that. But so far, I don't know. I'm not really good with AI and describing things.
Nah, it's okay. I mean, honestly, I'm not good at doing it too. I just talk to GPT. I'm like, hey, can you do this for me? And I want a words to video, and I want it to like look like this. Can you make it more AI friendly? Then it'll just like reword all of my words, and then I just send that in because you know, I just tell it what I want it to do. But yeah,
No, yeah, you're good at it. Like I see it, and sometimes I even see your face. I just like when you just look at a video for so long, you just wondered if it was like rendered or not. But yeah, no, I feel like for the people over time, like because like a lot of these type of videos and like stuff, a lot of like these content creations are like evolving and stuff. I feel like the hard part is like how you keep up with these things because it's definitely gonna show you what you can do better and definitely like how like definitely on what people are seeing as well nowadays. So it's definitely a good advantage to kind of keep up with like the newer things that are going on.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
like I
Like,
can't go back to my nail salons and think that like it'll blow up again. Not unless I do something a little different with that,
yeah,
make
dude.
something more relevant.
Yeah, I mean, you can have like you can create your own face as like you could put your face on an old Vietnamese lady these days.
No,
And
for real.
yeah, yeah, you just train the AI and you just do the accent. It's still funny. AI
No, yeah,
still
I will
cannot get
definitely.
accents like that well as yourself, but it's getting there, but
Yeah,
it's not there yet, you know.
no, for
So
real. Yeah, no, that's AI, man. Okay.
yeah, so what I mean, have you been keeping up with like the recent election and like has it affected you guys at all? Like in terms of
Um,
opportunity?
I'm not sure. I'd say like just I don't know. I'm not really a big politics type of person, but I definitely do see the changes over time with like finances and just how I don't know. I honestly don't have like a side to that part because like it's definitely a different type of like it's out of my focus, so it's not really what I kind of look into. Sometimes I hear stories about the TikTok CEO and how like since TikTok has been unbanned now, they want to know like if TikTok is still being owned by that one dude. I forgot his name already. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
the ByteDance company, right?
Yeah, I
Mm.
think it's yeah, now that guy.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of conspiracies too on my FYP. A lot of post-ban, pre-ban, everyone was crying. Everyone was like letting out their dirty laundry and telling everyone their secrets and stuff. And then
Yeah, no, and they're just getting exposed for it.
and then
It's
and then
fun.
now the trend is like people pretending to be like those influencers that did that, like, hey, after the ban, and then just going back into
Yeah.
the room like, guys.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
But
that's been yeah, there's a lot of questions around who owns TikTok now, but have you looked at Red Note yet?
I have, and I don't know, for my experience so far, it's just so new. It doesn't feel like the type of format I would keep continuing to like
Mm.
create content on, especially because it's like different, definitely different from like an American app. And yeah, I feel like I like it's not bad at all actually. It's just more like something to very get used to. I can't even read Chinese, but yeah, it's just a different feeling as well. More Asians,
Yeah. Dude,
but
that was weird. That was a weird point in social media, man.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like when it's like when the Pacific Ocean meets the Atlantic Ocean.
No, for real. It's
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 like
definitely like shocking a little bit.
you know what happens, right? When like both those oceans meet. Have you seen the video of that? It's
I
like
saw that like they don't even mix. They just
yeah,
they just
they
say
don't
hello to each other. That's it.
and that was
Oh
in
shit.
like the whole TikTok refugee trend that started on Red Note that
Mhm.
trended on TikTok, which was insane how a trend came. I mean, this isn't the first time it's hopped.
Yeah.
Uh, TikTok trends had like did trend on Chinese Douyin, that whole dance, like
Oh, and
soon
then
may the
just
weather get
transferred
tough and
on
then
to
yeah. And then now it's like
yeah.
the all the way around, like where China created something that trended on
That's crazy. I
America.
think it's just how the power of the like it's just how the internet works. You can't really like hide anything, but people are just more skeptical about data being stolen. But other than that, like, everything's on the internet.
So what do you want to do next, man? Like, are you still gonna create content? You gonna go live? You gonna game? You gonna do music content?
I'm gonna actually still keep going, maybe do what I keep doing and stuff like that. I feel like I'm also asking myself that question as we speak, because like it's definitely like an active space to kind of like keep up with content, whether like knowing the trends or you're coming up with something on like of your own. I'm just gonna stay consistent with it, and hopefully one day I probably create something that'll really stick with me, like like something that I'm really known for, because eventually that's kind of where everyone ends up with,
Oh,
whether
wait,
it be
how do some creators do the same thing for 4 years and they still look like they're enjoying it? Either they're not enjoying it and they're going through the motions, or like, do they really like to do it? And like, if they like to do it, how do they like it for that long? Like, I got ADHD,
uh,
like I want to do this, and then it's like,
yeah.
okay, let's try this
I
now.
feel like just yeah, no, I feel like you just keep yourself open, especially because a lot of people will close themselves off with something that they really like, and eventually you kind of get bored inside that box. So you just kind of keep yourself like open to new things. Definitely know what's going on, especially because like things change over time. Like it can never stay the same. So I just kind of like tell myself you can't always stick to one thing, but definitely diversify the things that you're doing because it's definitely gonna either catch like some people's interests or you could just you know keep up with the same people that like already know you and stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you mass shoot your content? Like, hey, I wrote down 10 ideas in my notes and I'm gonna shoot them all right now.
Yeah.
And then you
I I go like back and forth. I guess I'm so ADHD with things that I just either know what I'm gonna film or I just kind of plan it ahead of time because like I would either forget and stuff like that. But when something's like really in my head, I just start doing it and stuff like that. It's really spontaneous.